Oh boy. Alabama, what are you doing? Al- Alabama, what are you doing, son? Oh my goodness. Losing to LSU in overtime? Did Brian Kelly beat Alabama? Brian Kelly. Notre Dame, Brian Kelly. My voice is gone from the Tennessee Georgia game, but my goodness. Clemson, what are you doing? Clemson, what are you doing? LSU and Notre Dame, the winners. Alabama, two losses. Two losses. What's funny is I was watching this game on my phone. I was doing something else. I was watching the game on my phone. My phone died. And it's one of those times where it seemed like 10 minutes to get the charge to come back. And the game was over when I got back, and I clicked on it, and it said LSU 32, Alabama 31. And I said, what? Brian Kelly went for a gutsy 2-point convert. Brian Kelly said, now or never. Alabama, LSU's come a long way since week one, haven't they? Lost to Florida State week one. Got blown out by Tennessee. And beat Alabama. And of course, the fans stormed the field. 2 times now, Nick Saban has to be escorted off like he's about to get assassinated. 2 times now. Well, I think it's official. It's not official, but it is looking like it's going to be an LSU Georgia SEC championship. Who would have thought it would be LSU? Nobody did. Nobody. I didn't think LSU would get 7 wins this year. Well, they're at 7-2. Everybody still has 3 games left. LSU still has 3 games left. I'm not sure who they play left. They beat Ole Miss. That was a win they needed. Can Alabama make the playoff with 2 losses? No. No, they can't. The only thing is LSU has 1 SEC loss, and that's to Tennessee. Who does LSU play at the end of the year? Is it A&M? Who is LSU's rivalry team? If it's A&M, they're winning that game. LSU's winning. I don't know who. I think they might still have to play Auburn. Alabama's got 2 SEC losses. LSU would have to lose 2. LSU would have to lose. No. Yeah, LSU would have to lose 2 SEC games for Alabama to make the SEC championship. That's not happening. Alabama, your season is officially over. Congrats. Thanks for playing this year. Your season is over. You're 7-2. You're about to get put up in the Cotton Bowl with Tulane when Tulane goes 11-1. Alabama and Tulane in a New Year's Six? That sounds pretty good. Well, Alabama make it to a New Year's Six? They still got to play Ole Miss and Auburn. We saw what Auburn did to them last year, and Auburn sucks. And we saw what they did. They went toe-to-toe. All right, enough on the Alabama train. Congrats to LSU. I can't believe it. Gosh. LSU Georgia SEC championship. That sounds pretty exciting, don't it? That sounds pretty exciting. But there's still a lot of football left. But these games really won't be clinched until probably the second to last week. So Georgia, has 2 SEC games left. Obviously, Tennessee wins out. Georgia were to lose the next 2 games. Tennessee's going to Atlanta. Georgia still has to beat Mississippi State and Kentucky. I feel pretty confident in both them games. The Mississippi State game, if we beat Mississippi State, I am pretty confident Georgia will go undefeated in the regular season. for LSU. Like I said, I haven't seen their schedule. I think they do play A&M last in the year. Or do they play? I don't know who LSU plays at the end of the year. Do they play Missouri? Nah, not Missouri. I don't know who LSU plays at the end of the year or their last 3 games. We'll have to check. But LSU 7-2, Alabama 7-2. LSU has 1 SEC loss. Alabama has 2. LSU could lose another SEC game and still make the SEC championship. LSU could go 9-3 and make the SEC title game. LSU could lose another non-conference game. LSU could be 8-4 and make the SEC title game. As long as they have 2 SEC losses, they could be 8-4. Wouldn't that be funny? Be real funny. So if a 10-2 LSU wins, let's say this scenario, because I'm gonna make my update. I'm gonna make a top 10 playoff poll video. I'm gonna do that here in a little bit. I'm actually working overtime tomorrow night. I'm on day shift, but working some night shift overtime tomorrow. So I'm gonna stay up night. So I'm gonna be up for a while. But I might make a playoff video of my updated top 10. What I think the top 10 is gonna look like going into next week. So there's a lot of things that are going to be changing. You have 3 top 10 teams lose, 2 in the top 4. So things are going to be moving around. Yep. USC. We'll see what USC does. USC right now, I think they're tied with California, or California's beating them 7-6. I think. I don't know. If USC's at night, we'll see what they do. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This top 4 next week is gonna be interesting for sure. Yep. So Clemson losing Notre Dame, man, that's wild. But going back to what I was saying about the LSU Alabama thing, if LSU goes 10-2, they're going to Atlanta. Georgia finishes out, even if Georgia goes 11-1, they're still going to Atlanta. So let's just say Georgia goes 12-0, LSU goes 10-2, so both teams win out. What if LSU beats Georgia? Does an 11-2 LSU team make the playoff? Does the first 2-loss team make the playoff? I don't know. I don't know. What if Tennessee wins out and goes 11-1? Tennessee beat Alabama and LSU, but Georgia beat Tennessee. That's going to be some controversy. An 11-2 LSU SEC champion, a 12-1 Georgia who beat Tennessee, who beat the team that won, who blew out the team that won the SEC. There's a case, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna make my updated top 25. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole top 20. I might just do the top 10 because I really don't care about 11 through 25. To be honest with you, because there's really no team beyond 11 that can make the playoff, in my opinion. I think who is in the top 10 right now, from 10-1. 4 of those teams are your playoff contenders. I don't think there's anybody 11 through 25 that has a shot. There might be a couple of teams between maybe 11 and 15 that maybe can make a run. Y'all know back in 2014, Ohio State was 16th and they ended up winning the national championship. So it's possible, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna make a poll. I'm gonna do some in-depth looking and everything. But we'll see. And shout out to Clemson, Alabama. Right on cue, losses. Hey, it's okay. The Dogs are on top. Dogs will be number 1 again. Oh, let me remind y'all something. Georgia is the reigning national champions. Georgia is the best team in the country. And I got a feeling they're going back to back. Peace out.